Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watch You Want, and thanks for logging on. Today we're looking at the Zenith El Primero 410 42 millimeters in 18 karat rose gold. You can see and purchase the Zenith El Primero triple calendar moonphase chronograph on our website, watchyouwant.com. And if you enjoy these videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Watch You Want Inc. On my wrist, 6 1/3 inches, 16 centimeters in circumference, this watch is neither undersized nor oversized. 42 millimeters across the round of the case, 12 3/4 millimeters thick, and approximately 50 millimeters from lug to lug. The watch has perfect presence for a formal model that's nevertheless designed to be of contemporary stature and stance. The watch wears comfortably, a big contributor being the relatively short and sharply downturned lugs, with a non-conforming strap that doesn't have any kind of tapered or flush endpiece, thus being able to bend straight down and curve around the tight bend of a smaller wrist. Moreover, the convenience of a traditional pin buckle allows rapid adjustment on the fly for precise sizing. Now, the strap is of exceptional quality, being a monotone stitch, exceptionally dark brown rectangular scale alligator leather on the top, with a silken, rubberized underside to minimize the contact between moisture or sweat from the wrist and the leather itself. This is going to promote longevity and give long-wearing durability for this particular strap. It feels good, and it ensures that the watch's strap continues to look good in the long term. Now, Zenith's dial is a wonderful blend of classical details with a little bit of sporting accents and modern proportions. The thing that Zenith does to contain the disparity between the case size and the size of the historic El Primero movement is to create an elaborate tachymeter scale and minute track. Now, the tachymeter scale is both fully calibrated and slightly canted. So if you look at the watch, I'm going to try to get the angle here, but it actually has a little bit of a dished curvature to it, so that there's a conical slope down, a convex slope down to the dial base itself. It's effective, and it adds depth and nuance to the dial. Moving inboard to the fully applied hour markers, they are completely loomed, so while this is a formal reference, it is visible in low or no light like a sports watch would be. Elements of the complications fall readily to hand. First, I want to show how the watch is set, because the El Primero is a bit quirky. The second crown position on most watches sets the calendar indications, but on the El Primero, it's always set the time. And you'll watch, as I set the time, I can roll the watch through a full changeover. You get a triple date changeover, and then the moon phase changes in sync. And if I want to actually set the calendar independently, there are case flanking pushers, and I have the crown position outermost to cycle the date, which has a traditional quick set. Now, the chronograph itself is the classic El Primero 36,000 vibration per hour design, so 10 beats per second or 5 hertz. The chronograph hand, a beautiful blued, counterbalanced with Zenith Star example, has almost a smooth sweep to it, almost seamless by the standards of mechanical watches, especially in the modern era when we've seen a revival of slow beat movements like that of the A Longa Unzuna datograph. The 36,000 vibration per hour beat rate of this almost looks like a Accutron style sweep, just smooth and seamless and beautiful. The watch looks as distinctive as it sounds, because on the case back you see the El Primero caliber 410Z, and it sounds like it has a double step cadence to it. It's faster, it's more frenetic and intense than a conventional 4 hertz, a 3 hertz, or even a 2.5 hertz datograph style slow beat. So it looks different and it sounds different. Moreover, it's finished differently. We've already seen that the watch has a little bit of an idiosyncratic setting arrangement with the crown positions, but Zenith also has a distinctive finishing standard featuring Côte de Genève ribbing on the winding mass itself rather than on the bridges as on most watches. Now, the bridges here feature engine turning, so a perlage pattern, which you can see on the bridges of the winding system as well as on the balance cock itself. Now, the watch features 2 types of screws, blued for making adjustments to the movement itself, and polished. Those are the screws that are used for actual assembly, for holding things in place. The wheels are beautifully grained, and all of the levers feature a contrasting straight grain to the wheel's circular grain. With 31 jewels, well over 300 parts, the watch also features A 52-hour power reserve, far superior to the industry standard of 42 hours. So while the El Primero triple calendar was pioneered in 1971, 2 years after the launch of the basic 36,000 vibration per hour El Primero, today it remains one step ahead of the industry. Now, 52 hours of power reserve, remember, with a 5 Hz movement is a phenomenal achievement, and it speaks to just how far ahead of its time the El Primero was back in the 60s and 70s. You can see and purchase the Zenith El Primero caliber 410 triple calendar moonphase chronograph on our website, watchyouwant.com.